Good morning students and welcome to our YouTube channel Eng.Med Modern School. So in the previous video we have just finished the chapter number 6, that was diseases. Okay, now in this video we will start with our new chapter, that is chapter number 7, safety and first aid. Okay, so what is it? So here if I just say safety means we all know that there are some of the things from which we have to just keep ourselves safe. Or here nowadays when you are small and you are just riding the bicycle, then your parents say that ride with the safe, okay, don't ride fast. So you have to keep your safety. And then after coming towards the first aid, what is first aid? So when you just fall down from a cycle, then the things means so from a silk, then the cotton and all the things are kept, that is known as the first aid. The first treatment or a small treatment which is given to any of the thing which by the accident or the things that which you have hurt, that is known as the first aid. So here let us see about it. So here accidents are events or occurrences that happens only of a sudden and causes injury or damage. So here what are the accidents? That is, accidents are the event or occurrence that happens all of a sudden and causes injury or damage. Since they are unexpected, we are totally unprepared for them. Accidents can happen at any time or at any place. One moment you are going slowly down the steps and next moment you may be tumbling down the steps. So many times when you were small, you know that when you are just going down to the steps, when your just leg just slips and you just fall down and you just tumbling and go down to the stairs. Okay. So here, or you may step on a banana skin and slip and fall. On roads we sometimes see two vehicles that have collided. Nobody does it on purpose. It is an accident. So here also you have seen in the road that the two cars are just collide with each other. So they do not have a purpose to collide with each other, but due to some of the circumferences, it is an accident. By mistake it is done, not they have done by their purpose to accident with each other. Then after it is accident occurs quite often due to carelessness. So accident can be prevented to some extent by following some safety rules. However, we should also be prepared to deal with an injury accident victim. The immediate help given to a person who has made an accident or who has been injured before the arrival of the doctor is called the first aid. So this is the first aid. So here if I say about the accident, then what is accident? So here accidents are event or occurrences that happen all of a sudden and cause injury or damage. Okay. Then after at first aid. So the first aid is the immediate the immediate help to a person who has met with an accident or who has been injured before the arrival of a doctor is called first aid. Okay, it is called a first aid. So here it is about accident and the first aid. So accidents are the events or occurrence that happens all of a sudden and causes injury or damage. Then the immediate help of a person who has met with an accident or who has been injured before the arrival of the doctor is called first aid. Okay, now moving forward to the next topic, that is fire accidents. So what is fire accident, students? The accident, by the accident there is a fire. Okay, so that is known as the fire accident. Fire accidents, like any other accident, can occur both inside or outside a house. Means fire accident can be also be inside our house and also outside our house. A child may playing with a box of matchstick may light a matchstick by chance. A gas cylinder leaked may cause an explosion that could result in the death. Electric short circuits are the most common causes of fires in a building due to. Now, in a building, why the fire happens? So, fire happens due to the electric circuits, which are electric shock, means when the two or more wires are combined, and due to that the wire is heated and it just keeps flaming. Okay, so here it is, electric short circuits are the most common causes of the fire in a building. So here next is, even without a fire there could be an accident in the kitchen that can cause burns. Hot oil left on burning stove can start smoking and catch fire. Boiling water or milk or hot oils may spill an oil on a person. Kerosene stove may explode while being pumped. During Diwali, many fire accident causes by bursting firecrackers are reported. Precautions must be taken to prevent such accidents that happens due to the carelessness. Certain steps may be taken to in the cases of emergency. So here in the fire, how the fire just in the building, due to the electric shock circuits, the fire is there in the building. Then after, in our home, when there is a kerosene gas, then what happens when we are pumping, due to that it just explodes. Also in the leakage of cylinder, when it just catches the fire, it will just blast and causes the death. And also when hot oil just comes smoke out, and then after, if it catches fire, then it just start burning. Okay, so this are the things due to the fire accidents. Now precautions are there. Let us see about the precautions. So here, first precaution, handle all vessels in the kitchen very carefully while cooking. Okay. So here we have to just handle all the vessels by carefully by the tongue. Okay. So we have to just can handle it carefully. Then after, never leave anything on the stove and go away thinking it will just take just 1 minute. You may delay it. So here the first one is we have to just handle all the vessels very very means we have to just handle that, okay, carefully. Then after, never leave anything on the stove means we know that our mother when just kept anything on the stove, if she is going out of the kitchen, then she just calls any of the children and say you just take over here and just turn off the gas when it is done this. Okay, it just not go out by remaining anyone over there. Remember to turn off the gas after you finish the cooking. So here in the near the cylinder there is a cock which is to be turned off when you just finished your cooking. Why? If you just do not turn off due to some of the leakage in the pipe or anything else in the gas, what happens? The gas will leak, and when it just catches the fire, then it can be exploded. Okay. Then after, it is get the gas cylinder regulator and rubber tube checked periodically by the company's agent. If you smell gas, open all the doors and windows in a room. Call up to the gas emergency services which is open 24 a day. Then after, fifth one, it is do not wear flowing clothes while walking near a burning stove. Tuck them in safely means the flowing clothes means the loose cloth which are just flowing, like if I say that the kurta for gents, it is just flowing in the air, so we should not wear that. Why? Because by flowing that, it just go to the fire and it will catch the fire, so we should not wear the flowing clothes over it. Then after, avoid synthetic garment when going near a fire, as they catch fire quickly. So here what is to be done, that is you have to just don't wear the synthetic clothes when you are just near the fire or you are just going near to the fire. Why? Because it just be like it will be plastic, like that it will just stick to our skin and it will just give a pain. Then after, be careful when pouring kerosene in a stove. Do not pour when the stove is burning. So when the stove is burning, you not have to fill the kerosene inside the stove. You have to just first turn off the gas and then after you have to pour the kerosene inside it. Then after, get frayed electrical wiring in the house replaced. Means the wiring which is very old or the wires are just not proper, then you have to change it regularly in your house. Then after, keep boxes of matchstick and other dangerous stuff out of the reach of tooldarers. So here we have to just keep the matchstick, matchbox and this other thing which just catches the fire easily. Okay, we should keep it out. So that is, handle fireworks carefully. So here in the Diwali, you just brush the crackers and you have to take care of that when you are just bursting the crackers. Then after, note down the phone numbers of the emergency services such as fire station, police, ambulance in a place where you can easily find them. Here you can and should follow some of this instruction. Right now you not go near a stove and cook, but learning these things will be used to lay you later. Okay, so this means you do not have to just stay out of this gas and stove, but you have to just take some of the precautions and you have to do that. else if you will just do not do that, then when you will just grow up, then you have to do that. So you can't do that at that time. Okay. Then after here it is ways to put out a fire. So if there is a fire, then how can we put out the fire? So here are some of the things, that is, turn off the gas if the fire has been caused by the gas. Here, gas leak. If the fire is caused by the gas leakage, then you have to immediately turn off that gas. Then after, remove other flammable substance from around the cylinder so that the fire does not spread. Schools and offices have a fire extinguisher. Use one of it is available. So here we have to just turn it off all the, or take out all the flammable substance out of that. Why? Because the fire do not spread more, and you have to use the fire extinguisher if available in it. Then after, if a fire is due to the petrol or a kerosene, throw sand over it to put it out. Never throw water on it, it may cause the fire to flare up. So if the fire is from petrol, so if you just put the water, then it will flare up. Okay, you have to throw sand in it, so the fire will be in the control. Then after, in the case the fire is due to an electrical short circuit, switch off the mains. Do not use the water put out such fires. So here when there is an electric short circuit over an area, then you have to turn it off the main switch, so the electric current will not flow through it, and that fire is not being taken out by the water. You don't have to throw water over the electric circuits. Okay, students. Then after, if a person's clothes catch fire, wrap thin blanket around the victim and roll the victim on the ground. This will put the fire as the oxygen supply is cut off. So here, if a person's clothes catches fire, then you have to just roll the blanket and tell that to roll on the flat surface. So what will happen? The oxygen supply will be cut off, and then after the fire will get out of that. Then it is not enough to know how to put out a fire. We should also know what kind of first aid must be taken to burn victims. So here, you should not use, okay, you have just take out the fire, but how to first aid that burned person, okay, which is harmed by that fire. All these have different first aid. Okay, if there is a burn, then you do not have to throw water on the person. Why? Because if you throw, the skin will go with the water, so you don't have to do, and the person will burn very much if you just throw the water on it. Okay, so here there are different things of it. Okay, but before that, let us see what we have seen. Okay, so here first we have seen the fire accidents. Before that, we have seen about the accident. What is accident? That is, accidents are the events or occurrence that happens all of a sudden and causes injury or damage, and the immediate help to a person who has met with an accident or who has been injured before the arrival of a doctor is called first aid. So here, this is about the accident and the first aid. Then after, we have seen about the fire accident. So what is fire accident? Due to the short circuit, electric short circuits, due to the blast of the cylinder, leakage cylinder, then after due to the kerosene gas stoves, and that all. The fire accidents happens, and fire accident can also inside our house and outside of our house. Okay, then after, we have seen the precautions of it, how to curb it. So we have to, firstly they have said that handle all the vessels very carefully. Then after, it was never leave anything on the gas stove and go away thinking it will just 1 minute. You may be delayed. Remember to turn off the gas after you finished cooking. Get the gas cylinder regulator and rubber tube checked periodically by the company's agent. If you smell gas, open all the doors and windows in the room. Call up the gas emergency services, which is open 24 hours a day. Do not wear flowing clothes while working near a burning stove. Trunk them safely. Avoid synthetic garments when going near a fire as they catch fire quickly. Be careful when pouring kerosene into stove. Do not pour when the stove is burning. Get frayed electric wire in the house replaced. Keep boxes of matches and other dangerous stuff out of the reach of toddlers. Handle firework carefully. Note down the phone numbers of the emergency services such as fire station, police, ambulance in a place where you can easily find them. Okay, and here then after ways to put out the fire. Okay, this all the things. Turn off the gas if the fire has been caused by a gas leak. Remove other flammable substance from around the cylinder so that the fire do not spread. Schools and offices have fire extinguisher. Use one of it is available. If a fire is due to petrol or a kerosene, throw sand over it. Put it out. Never throw water on it. It may cause the fire to flare up. In case the fire is due to an electric shock circuit, switch off the main. Do not use water to put out such fires. If a person's clothes catches fire, wrap a thin blanket around the victim and roll the victim on the ground. This will put out the fire as the oxygen supply is cut off. If it is not enough to know how to put out a fire, we should also know what kind of first aid must be given to burn victims. So here it is. In spite of all precautions, a moment's carelessness can cause fire accident leading to burns. Burns can be minor, several and third degree or chemical burns. So here minor burns. We know about the minor burns means the thing when you just take your hand to the gas stove, then you know that the burns comes from the gas. Then you just take your hand back. So due to that, some of the hand part is burned, then it is a minor. So here it is. Minor burns are caused if your hand or any part of body comes in contact with hot grill or tawa, pressure cooker or any other vessels for a second. Even if a few drops of oil splashes on you while frying something, it can causes burns. To get relief from burning sensation, hold the part under running water. You can also wrap a handkerchief soaked in the ice water around the burn. Keep doing this till the burn sensation subsides. Some antiseptic creams can be applied later to prevent infection if the skin is blistered or peeled. So here, when there is a minor burn, then you have to just keep your hand or the thing where there is burn inside the running water or the handkerchief which is kept inside the ice, and then after you have to roll it over it, and you have to do that several times up to when the burn is not in the control. And if the skin is out, then you have to spread some of the antiseptic cream over it so that the infection doesn't come. Okay, then after it is serval burns, that is serval burns are caused if a whole wheels of boiling water or any other liquid spills on a person, or if its clothes catches fire. Blisters may begin to form. Do not try to prick them. Apply sterile gauze or an antiseptic cream on the burned area. Call an adult and a consultant doctor. So server burns means if the hot water or any other liquid, hot liquid just comes to your body, then you have to do not just take out the body, this cloth very quickly, but you have to just take it out very carefully. Why? Because it can also take out the skin and that person get more burn over it and hurt it. So you have to just spread some of the antiseptics and other things, then after you have to just take it out. Then after third degree burns, that is the third degree burns are caused when the heat has penetrated deep inside and the tissue are also damaged. This would require hospitalization. So here third degree means the tissues when are damaged inside our body by the burn. So that is the third degree of burning and you have to just hospitalize yourself. Then after it is chemical burns. Chemical burns are caused when acid spills on someone's hand or some other parts of the body. Wash off the acid with plenty of water. Keep the burn covered with a gauze to protect it from dust. Consult a doctor. So this chemical burns is due to the acid. Okay. So what happens? Due to the acid there is a burn, but you have to just keep that inside the water until all the acid just do not flow with the water. Okay. So these are the different ways to just keep your burn. Okay. So here we just complete our video and in next video we will just move further. So in your homework what you just do is read all the things which we have done in this video. Okay students, and we will meet in the next video. Bye students.